Look how this guy parked. How you doing? So what?
Huh?
I didn't hear you. What am I doing?
Yeah.
You asked me, what am I doing?
Bank?
Yeah.
Did they hire you?
I can't hear you.
Did they hire you for it?
Did they hire me for it?
Yeah.
No.
Why are you doing it?
Because I'm doing the story.
Story?
Yeah.
Regarding what?
So what?
Regarding what?
I'm doing the story.
Alright, about what?
I don't need to tell you my story.
Huh?
I don't want to tell you my story.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is you have a mask on.
Okay.
And you're filming a bank. We've had a lot of issues at this bank. It actually
It's getting cold out here, man.
Huh?
It's getting cold out here.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. Other than that, everything okay?
Yeah, what are you drinking?
My drink. What's your name, badge number?
Kyle, 229.
Who?
My first name's Kyle. My badge is 229.
Nice to meet you.
Huh?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You too.
You good? You might want to go talk to them.
Huh?
You might probably want to. I didn't call you.
I think you did.
Oh,
As soon as
somebody.
my partner gets here, I'm gonna go talk to them.
Oh, okay. Look how you park, man. Somebody can't. You blocking?
You don't like my parking, John?
No, you blocking one, two,
I want to
three.
make sure people get front row.
Alright everyone, this is the kind of situation that fuels concerns about the direction the United States is heading. What you're about to see isn't just a one-off mistake, and it's not a simple misunderstanding. It reflects a broader pattern. In today's documentary, we examine another case of officers stepping beyond their authority, disregarding constitutional limits, and treating lawful conduct as if it were criminal. You'll watch how quickly an ordinary moment escalates when assumptions replace facts. A man is standing in a public space, taking photographs, breaking no laws, yet is confronted, pressured, and ultimately detained. At that point, the issue shifts away from public safety and toward control. Pay close attention, because every statement, every action, and every choice plays a role in what unfolds. And before we get started, consider supporting the channel. Content like this is important for shining a light on potential overreach and reinforcing why understanding your rights has never been more essential.
Blocking 3 parking spots,
You're
man.
not worth the front spot, you know?
Yeah, I'm just taking pictures, man.
You got a YouTube channel?
What's YouTube?
You know what YouTube is?
Nah. You said you're waiting for a partner?
What's up?
You said you're waiting for your partner?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? You don't want to talk to these people?
No one's
Your partner bigger than you?
What's up?
Your partner bigger than you?
I don't know who's coming yet. Why?
Oh, yeah, I asked you that you said you were waiting for your partner. I thought he was bigger than you. You should be able to take care of this situation. This is an easy situation here.
I don't want to leave you out here without me here.
Why not? I'm being detained.
Yeah, you're not going to leave you out
I'm being detained
Yes.
for what crime?
here. Huh?
What crime am I being detained for?
I don't know what you're doing here.
But why am I being detained though? You detaining me, you don't know what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. Why am I being detained?
My investigation's still on there.
Okay,
You know
but what reasonable suspicion that I committed any crime? You detaining me.
I don't know what you're doing here, and you don't want to explain it to me, so I'm going to see it.
I don't have to. I don't have to explain anything. But you detaining me.
Do you agree that what you're doing here is a little odd?
I mean,
Out of the ordinary, I should
it's a
say.
lot of things that's odd. I was right.
The interaction starts off calmly in a parking lot. An officer walks up in a relaxed manner and begins with what sounds like a simple question, "What are you doing?" On the surface, it appears routine. But almost immediately, the tone begins to change. The man responds in a composed way, explaining that he's working on a story and taking photographs. He isn't hostile, evasive, or violating any laws. Despite that, the officer continues pressing him for explanations he isn't legally required to provide. That's when the situation starts to unravel. There's no reported crime, no victim, no complaint, just authority combined with personal curiosity. The officer eventually states his reasoning: a mask and a camera near a bank. In his view, that alone is enough to raise suspicion. And that's the key moment. It demonstrates how easily perfectly lawful behavior can be recast as suspicious, and how quickly unusual conduct is treated as criminal, even though, in America, being unconventional isn't against the law.
I saw one guy walking back and forth, back and forth. I thought that was odd too.
Why didn't you call us?
Call for what? He ain't doing nothing wrong.
Hit by a car. You should have called us.
He was walking on the sidewalk, just like me.
You're not doing your right as a civilian for not calling the police then.
He walking on the sidewalk. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. Just walking back and forth on the sidewalk.
You just said something was out of the ordinary, right?
It was kind of odd that he was walking back and forth.
That's our job as police, right?
Is it kind of odd for me to? Is it kind of odd for me to just stand here and take pictures?
Yeah.
It is.
Of a bank that
You never stood
robbed, yeah.
You never stood nowhere near a bank and took pictures and anything.
With a mask on? No.
It's cold out here, man. Corona coming back, man. You know, a couple years ago, y'all probably give us a ticket from not wearing a mask. You know?
Not me.
Yeah, so you know the corona coming back is getting cold. It's like 50-some degrees. Weather changing quick. And now you detaining me for nothing. You got a business card?
No, but I got no problem writing down my name for you.
Alright. Name, badge number, call for service number. Where you guys police department at? Where you guys police department?
Where's our police department?
Yeah.
Right up the road.
This is the point where the situation takes a troubling turn. The officer openly acknowledges that he isn't sure whether any crime has actually been committed. Despite that, he keeps pressing forward, continuing to question the man in hopes of uncovering something, anything, that could justify a detention. He labels the behavior as unusual, as though being out of the ordinary automatically grants police the authority to step in. The man, however, responds calmly and thoughtfully, pointing out that reasonable suspicion must be grounded in objective facts, not personal hunches. He's in a public place, taking photographs, wearing a mask because of the cold, none of which violates the law. Even so, the officer maintains that he will hold him while the investigation proceeds. This reflects a familiar and problematic approach: detain first and search for a crime afterward. That reversal of process is the core issue. When law enforcement operates that way, it puts everyone's constitutional protections at risk, whether people recognize it in the moment or not.
I'll check it out probably after I'm done with you, after you detain me. Your partner taking a long time. You know there's no emergency, so he probably stopped to get coffee first. Nobody in the bank even came out and speak to me. I was just out here taking pictures. Nobody even spoke to me. They would have came out, I would have told them what I was doing.
What is it you're doing?
Taking pictures. I'm working on the story. I told you I'm working on the story, taking pictures. I never been in this town.
Of just this location?
All over. I never been in this town. I never been to Wall Township. I never even heard of Wall Township.
So what brings you here?
So I decided to come through. I travel. I travel all around New Jersey.
Where are you from?
Upper U.S.
Upper U.S.?
Yeah.
What's that?
Upper U.S.
Like what?
Like Upper U.S. Upper USA. So am I free to go? That's crazy. That's your partner right there?
Looks like it.
Your partner gonna look at you like, man, get back in your car and go back to work.
At this stage, the man raises the key issue of the entire interaction: am I being detained? And if so, for what crime? The officer's reply is uncertain, vague, and lacking solid legal footing. He concedes that he doesn't know what the man is actually doing, yet still insists on keeping him there. That inconsistency speaks volumes. In the United States, an officer must have reasonable, clearly articulated suspicion that a crime is occurring to justify a detention, not a gut feeling, not personal unease, and not the idea that something simply seems odd. Nevertheless, that's the basis being relied on here. The man continues to assert his rights, declining to provide explanations beyond what the law requires. He remains calm, polite, and steady throughout. Meanwhile, the officer appears increasingly uncomfortable. The exchange highlights a difficult truth: some officers struggle to recognize the boundaries of their authority, and when those limits are questioned, they often dig in rather than step back.
Sergeant, supervisor, We might need to get the supervisor out here too.
Yeah, you want to talk to him?
Yeah. You can call him out here. Why not?
You just hang with him?
Am I free to go down?
No.
How you doing? How you doing, ma'am?
Good, good.
Can I get your name and badge number?
Patrolman Clayton. My
Clayton.
badge number 213.
How you doing, ma'am?
You can't complain.
It's a beautiful day. November, still beautiful outside.
Yep.
Your officer here detained me for no reason.
Okay. What are you up to today? Anything good?
Just taking pictures, recording.
Just of anything?
Anything. I never been to Wall Township, so I just came out and just took pictures. I was walking by, saw this bank, started taking pictures here. I was about to keep moving, but then this guy pulled up and detained me for no reason.
So you were taking pictures of it?
I was taking pictures and recording.
Okay.
I was
Just
recording.
this?
Yeah, I was doing the story. I was recording people coming in and out. I was recording people using the ATM and recording the bank. Right here on the sidewalk. Never went on their property. Never went inside. Never spoke to.
Additional officers arrive, but instead of bringing clarity, the situation becomes even more complicated. A second officer steps in, calmly asking questions in an attempt to understand why the man is being detained at all. The explanation? He was photographing a bank while standing on a public sidewalk. There was no trespassing, no threats made, and no complaint from the bank itself. The man once again clarifies that he's working on a story, traveling through different towns and documenting everyday scenes. Logically, that should have brought the encounter to a close. But instead of wrapping things up, the focus shifts. The discussion moves away from any clear suspicion of wrongdoing and toward asserting authority. Officers begin talking about trespass warnings, property boundaries, and technical details, despite the fact that the man never entered private property. At that point, the exchange feels less like legitimate law enforcement and more like an effort to maintain control and avoid admitting the stop lacked a solid foundation.
But he came out and detained me.
So you're doing a story?
Yeah.
On what?
On the town.
On just Wall Township in general? Where are you from?
Upper U.S.
Upper U.S.? Is that Houston?
I go all the way around New Jersey and just do stories.
Gotcha.
I travel around the whole New Jersey.
How long have you been in Wall?
Today.
Just today?
Maybe a couple hours, yeah. I'm just
Are you walking? Yeah?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
I don't like to answer too many questions.
So what did you say your name was?
I never told you.
Oh, you didn't? What is it?
I'm not giving it.
All right, so the bank doesn't want you here. We got the sergeant coming down for you.
Okay.
All right. They're going to fill out a notice against trespass.
Okay.
They don't want you here on the property any longer.
I don't want them on. I'm not on their property.
You are.
I'm not.
This is their property.
It's public sidewalk. But I'm supposed to walk in the street?
Huh?
Do I supposed to walk in the street?
Are you supposed to?
I'm asking you, if I'm walking down the street, do I supposed to walk inside the street?
That's correct.
I'm supposed to walk in the street.
State of New Jersey, yes.
That's what you're telling me. I'm supposed to walk in the street.
Let me talk. I'll
All right,
explain
yes,
the law in New
explain,
Jersey.
and I'll talk.
Yeah, so in the state of New Jersey, you walk against traffic. Yes.
In the
You're on a
street.
bicycle, you ride with traffic. Yeah, that's correct.
In the street.
Yeah, so if you'd like to walk that way.
The conversation starts to border on the unreasonable. Officers claim that the public sidewalk is somehow the bank's property, even though visible utility poles and established easements clearly indicate it's public space. The man challenges that assertion, referencing straightforward facts that anyone could confirm. Rather than acknowledging the error, the officers double down and tell him he can argue it in court. That remark says a lot. When authorities recognize they may be mistaken but push forward anyway, they often lean on the burden, cost, and intimidation of the legal process to shield their missteps. He's cautioned, talked down to, and threatened with official paperwork, all in the absence of any actual crime. This is how ordinary people end up entangled in the system, not because they violated the law, but because they encountered officers unwilling to concede a flawed decision.
Walk right here in the shoulder.
You see that public utility pole?
Yeah, I see it.
You see where I'm lined up at with it?
Huh?
You see where I'm lined up at with it? So that means past that public utility pole is their property, correct? And
I don't know what you're arguing here.
I'm arguing that this is public easement here.
I'm not here to argue with you. You can argue whatever you like in court.
Okay. You detaining me. You gonna argue with them in court. You gonna argue with them in court. And you're gonna get a couple of complaints.
Sure.
You working backwards, man. You supposed to find a crime, look for a crime, and then detain. You don't detain and then look for a crime. That's backwards, man. How long you been in office? How long you been officer?
I just started. This is my first week.
It look like it's your first day.
It's my first week.
It seemed like it, man.
I just started.
Seemed like it, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is a public sidewalk right here. It's a public easement. It's supposed to be one on both sides of the street. You see, that's public easement. You see the public utility poles? You think the bank put these poles here?
1 second, sure.
You about to make your whole department look bad. How you doing, Sergeant?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. Name, badge number?
I'm surprised you haven't popped up on my For You page yet. Maybe you have. I don't know.
Where?
At one point in the interaction, an officer reveals something startling. It's his very first week on the job. Suddenly, the uncertainty and missteps start to add up. The shaky grasp of legal standards, the confusion about what justifies a detention, and the quick move to assert authority without fully understanding its limits. Instead of being closely guided or corrected, a new officer is left making decisions that directly affect someone's constitutional rights. The man highlights the core issue clearly. Law enforcement is supposed to establish a specific crime before detaining someone, not detain first and search for a justification afterward. This isn't merely an awkward moment for the officer, it raises serious concerns for the public. If this is what training and oversight look like in the first week, it's worth considering how many others face similar situations without the knowledge or confidence to stand up for their rights.
Usually I get a bunch of the audit, on the popular page on the TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Usually it'll pop up, you know?
Would you like to sign my form?
Nah.
No? Okay, I'll be right with you.
What you giving me a form for?
Just because the bank doesn't want you on the property anymore.
But I never been on the property. I told him I've never been on the property, I've never been in the property. I told him I'm standing on the sidewalk. I can't believe this guy detained me, man. I was about to hit down the Target, right down the street, but until he stopped me and detained me. I'm probably head down there once.
They'll probably call, to be honest.
Who?
Target.
No, I'm just going to Target.
Recording.
No.
Prior to this, have you ever been to Wall Township before?
No, never. Never been out here. Like these towns so...
When the sergeant eventually steps in, the tone noticeably shifts. The exchange becomes steadier and more professional. He listens carefully, asks direct questions, and appears to grasp the circumstances more clearly than the other officers did. Yet even with that change in approach, there's still no true accountability. Rather than addressing the questionable detention, the resolution turns into issuing paperwork and informal warnings. The claim is made that the bank doesn't want the man on the property, despite the fact that no one from the bank ever spoke to him. The sergeant presents a form, but the man declines it, recognizing that it isn't required. This illustrates how departments often diffuse tense encounters quietly, without ever admitting an error occurred. There's no apology, no formal acknowledgement of a mistake, just a gradual retreat and a suggestion to move along. While that might feel like a resolution to some, the underlying harm had already taken place.
This town ride 3 blocks and be in a whole nother town.
Yeah,
it's so
especially
small.
on 35, so Wall, and then you get to, if you go further south, you go to Brick.
Yeah, that's why it was a Brick.
Belmar, Neptune, Asbury,
yeah.
all that. It all kind of disperses up there a little bit. Our town's bigger if you go west, so you'll be in Wall for a while if you go that way.
Yeah, I went I think
North
2
and
weekends
south,
ago. I went to Point Pleasant, Belmar,
So you did Belmar already?
Yeah, I think I was in, what's that?
Bradley
Little
Beach?
Silver, I
Little
think.
Silver?
Yeah, Little Silver.
That's probably
Tin
where
Falls.
Tin Falls.
Yeah, I think all over, man.
They're close. Yeah, they get tight up there.
Yeah, they be close
Yeah.
together. Yep.
All right, sir.
I appreciate
Good, all right?
you
Stay
for
safe,
coming
man.
out, man. I
Of
appreciate
course.
you for coming out, man.
Good day.
She gonna have stripes one day. She gonna have some stripes one day.
Thunder.
I know she gonna have stripes one day.
All right, sir. Be safe, all right?
Just so
All
you
right.
know, they don't want you on the property.
Never been on the property again.
Back on the property.
I never been on it. What you mean
back?
back? What you mean back on the property? I never
I'll
been
give
there.
it to you. You're on the property, right?
All right. So you still need my ID?
I would love it, sure.
I know
That'd
you
be
would.
great. Yeah.
Y'all love ID, man. Y'all
But I
love
want
it.
to explain something to you. If I knew that I could demand your ID and you didn't give it to me, you would have already been under arrest.
You can't demand it without a crime, though.
Correct.
As the situation begins to wrap up, there's one final assertion of authority, a request for identification. In that moment, the officer makes a revealing admission. He states that if the man were legally obligated to provide ID, he would have already been under arrest. That comment alone reinforces what the man had been arguing from the very beginning. There was never a lawful justification for detaining him. No crime had occurred, no legal duty was triggered, just an effort to assert control. The man calmly declines to provide identification, clearly explaining the law back to the officer. This part of the exchange matters because it underscores how frequently officers depend on people being unaware of their rights. When someone understands those rights and asserts them confidently, the tone shifts immediately. Officers who were once forceful become courteous and ready to bring the encounter to a close.
Come on, you know your job.
I do.
I know it too.
Just to make sure you're aware, okay?
Suspicious.
I know what I'm doing.
Suspicious
If I
is
had the
nothing.
right to demand your ID, that's 45 minutes ago.
You probably would have locked me up a long time ago. You had the right.
Correct.
I'm pretty
As
sure
long
you
as we're on
probably
the same
would have.
page.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would
All right,
have.
so have a better day.
You will
And
too.
please stay off the property so we don't get called back here for
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna stay right here.
Thank you, Chopper.
I'm gonna stay right here.
All right, sir.
All right, have a good day, ma'am. I'm gonna stay right here until you get called back.
This entire situation highlights how vulnerable constitutional protections become when authority isn't properly checked. The First Amendment safeguards the right to record in public, and the Fourth Amendment guards against unlawful detention. In this case, both protections were disregarded until they were firmly asserted. And scenarios like this unfold every day for individuals who may not have a camera, the confidence, or the legal understanding to stand their ground. That's precisely why documenting these encounters is so important. It's why sharing them matters. And it's why understanding your rights isn't optional anymore, it's necessary. If you don't stand up for your rights, they can easily be pushed aside. Support platforms that bring attention to this kind of conduct. Take the time to educate yourself. And above all, keep recording, because true accountability only exists when the public insists on it.